Ladies and gentlemen, grapple fans from every corner of the UK and beyond, prepare yourselves for an event that will redefine the very essence of United Kingdom professional wrestling on Sunday, November 24th at the sacred grounds of the Falconwood Community Centre. UKPW presents Showcase, an event steeped in UKPW tradition where anything and everything can happen. And believe me, if history has taught us anything, is that inside a UKPW ring, the unexpected is expected. But today I want to delve deep into the match, a rivalry that has been simmering, has been boiling, and now threatens to erupt into an all-out inferno. A match so personal, so intense, that it can only be settled in a showcase street fight. On one side, we have Harry Sefton, a man hell-bent on making UKPW's existence a living nightmare. For those of you who may not know, or perhaps need a reminder, Harry Sefton has been the thorn in UKPW's side for far too long. This man is not just a wrestler, he's a cold and calculating disruptor, a mastermind of mayhem, and quite frankly, a human fun sponge who seems to take great pleasure in draining the joy out of every UKPW event. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Long-time fans will recall that Harry Sefton, who single-handedly plunged our beloved tag team division into darkness, he permanently sidelined one half of the Two Good Eggs, JJ Lynch, by viciously tearing his kneecap, a heinous act that has kept JJ out of the ring to this very day. And if that wasn't enough, in 2022, when Rex Armstrong, JJ's best friend and tag team partner, sought revenge, Harry Sefton didn't just defeat Rex, he ended the career in a brutal showcase street fight. Yes, Harry went through a table that night, but it was merciless submission using a piece of entrance truss across Rex's face that sealed Rex Armstrong's fate. The Two Good Eggs were no more, and with them was the spirit of the tag team division, which was shattered. Harry Sefton has made a name for himself by taking out UKPW mainstays, leaving a trail of broken bodies and broken dreams. He's been occupied with the Inter-Regional Championship, undefeated in singles competition since the restart, only suffering a defeat when he teamed with Jay Alexander to challenge the Two Good Eggs for those tag team championships at Hold Your Colour. Now it seems he may be eager to add another name to the list, David Francisco. And now let's talk about the fantastic David Francisco. The centrepiece of British wrestling, David Francisco is no ordinary competitor. He's a cornerstone of UKPW's growth, especially during the early relaunch days. A flag bearer for all that is awesome in British wrestling, David Francisco embodies honour, passion and resilience. He's the man who steps up when others step back, the hero we've cheered for time and time again. But despite his accolades and the respect he commands, there's one thing that has eluded David Francisco's CV: a championship within the ropes of UKPW. This feud traces back to March 2023 at Collision Course, where David Francisco sought to avenge his friends JJ Lynch and Rex Armstrong, whom Harry Sefton had callously retired. Despite a valiant effort, David Francisco was unsuccessful and the bad blood only thickened. But the story gets even more intricate. David Francisco's links with the Inter-Regional Championship go way back when he stepped in to defend the title on the behalf of the injured Sapphire Reed against Alf Edwards. And David Francisco won that match and was promised a future title shot by Sapphire. Sapphire Reed was set to defend the championship against Harry Sefton, David Francisco and Alf Edwards at Showcase 2023, but had to vacate due to injury. In the ensuing match, Sefton won the championship, stealing the win by stunning Francisco with a dropkick out of nowhere 20 minutes into the match and rolling up the groggy Alf Edwards. This controversial victory added Alf Edwards into the intricate feud, with Alf blaming David for the result of Showcase. 6 months later, in May of 2024, Francisco would get another shot at the Inter-Regional title, challenging Harry Sefton at the Rampage event, when Sapphire was again unable to compete due to injury. Francisco seemingly had the match won when Alf Edwards pulled the referee from the ring, interrupting the count. Alf then struck Francisco with the Interregional Championship belt, causing a disqualification and allowing Sefton to retain. Alf continued to attack Francisco until he was chased off by Sapphire Reed. Determined to settle the score, David Francisco went after Alf Edwards, calling him out after defeating Taylor James at the Summer Jam on Bexley Heath High Street. He defeated Alf in a brutal main event at King of the High Street a month later, leaving David free to pursue Sefton once more. Meanwhile, Harry Sefton had a strong summer, defeating Jordan Breaks in Herne Bay, Prince Dean on Brighton Beach, and Kian Cameron in Bexley Heath. Following the Bexley Heath event, Francisco called out Harry, branding him a coward and leading to a brief but intense scuffle in the ring. After defeating Sapphire Reed at Tables, Ladders and Scares 4, Harry Sefton did not rest. No, he threatened UKPW management and demanded a street fight with David Francisco at Showcase. Now, let's talk about the Showcase street fight. Showcase has been a UKPW tradition since 2015, and in recent years a modern tradition has emerged. The Showcase street fight. No holds barred, anything goes, and usually the brutal end to a bitter rivalry. Last year we witnessed an epic contest between The Nail and Lewis Basham, where we saw everything imaginable. Remember that monumental elbow through a steel bin? It took a full Nelson slam onto a pile of steel chairs to finally take out The Nail. And let's not forget, back in 2022, it was Harry Sefton effectively who retired Rex Armstrong in a brutal street fight. When the rules get thrown out the window in UKPW, anything can happen, and it usually does. Unfortunately, history may repeat itself, with Harry Sefton getting his hand raised one more time. Now, let me be very open and honest with you all. I genuinely fear for David Francisco. Harry Sefton, when unleashed without the constraints of the rules, is the most dangerous man in United Kingdom professional wrestling. We've seen what he's capable of. Careers ended, legacies tarnished, joy extinguished. David Francisco is walking into what could very well be a death trap. If there's one thing I know about David Francisco, is that he is a fighter. He is the embodiment of persistence, perseverance. He's not just stepping into the ring for himself. He's carrying the weight of his fallen friends, the hopes of the UKPW grapple fans, and the very soul of UKPW is entirely on David's shoulders. This match isn't just about personal animosity or settling old scores. For David Francisco, it's about finally capturing the championship gold that has eluded him his entire well-respected career in UKPW. It's about redemption, justice, and standing up to the bully who has tormented UKPW for far too long. Grapple fans, this is more than a match. It's the culmination of 2 years of complex, intertwined rivalries and constant battles. No more cheap escapes, no more interference, just two of UKPW's absolute best, clashing in a match with absolutely no rules and no get-out clauses. We finally get to see David Francisco versus Harry Sefton. Everything is on the line. Look, grapple fans, I'm meant to be impartial in these videos, and I'll probably get some sort of fine for going off script, not reading the teleprompter, whatever it is. But honestly, I need to see redemption on Sunday. I need to see David win. Not only because he damn well deserves it, he deserves to call himself a champion in UKPW. Not only for the redemption of UKPW legends gone by, like the Two Good Eggs, JJ Lynch and Rex Armstrong. Their presence is sorely missed. But also because Harry has been a terror on and off screen here in UKPW. If the editor man can find the clips, I think Harry has a personal vendetta against me. So being open, honest, I'm living vicariously through David Francisco on Sunday. It's the riskiest match against the riskiest opponent. But if there's anyone I know who can beat Harry Sefton, it's the centerpiece. It's David Francisco. Grapple fans, you can be there to cheer Francisco on. Grab those tickets now from ukpw.shop. And finally, Grapple fans, stay awesome, stay safe, and join us for an unforgettable event where UKPW history will be made. We'll see you there, Grapple fans.